And after all, the weather was ideal. Those were the first words I ever read by Katherine Mansfield. At those 7 words, at the excuse they appeared to be, I felt an unanticipated foreboding. Instead of feeling lured into the beauty of the garden party that would follow, I was filled with an anxiety that I was about to learn something of myself that I wasn't going to like, or that I had pretended wasn't there. There are other authors with a similar ability to unearth truths deep within us, but in The Garden Party, Mansfield does not drag us through the worst of it or coax us out of the realization to safety, or even forcefully hold the mirror up so we might be horrified by it, as other writers might do. Instead, we attend the party with Laura, follow her to the end of the day, and are invited to sit with what has been uncovered about ourselves, without explanation or judgment. In putting together this compilation, The Best of Katherine Mansfield, I have gathered the stories that inspired different but equally poignant discoveries, stories that reflect the wide-ranging relationships and themes Mansfield wrote about, and stories that you will hopefully chuckle at before they make you tear up, or that will make you tear up before stealing a chuckle from you. So many of Mansfield's works could be considered her best that you may as well put together a collection of all her stories, and perhaps we have missed one of your favorites. But the intent of this compilation is to take you on a journey that mimics the emotional arcs of her individual works and to focus on her most prominent themes. Family, through the 4 connected stories about the Burnell family. Time, how it passes and changes one's perspective. Keep an ear out for the phrase 6 years ago. Age, for in these stories, it is not just young people who have difficulty navigating the world, though they certainly have a rough go of it. Death, both of those dear to us and of strangers. Music. In some stories, it is a vital theme, in others merely soundtrack, but Mansfield's appreciation is made clear. Love and marriage. Whether one exists without or within the other, we of course leave up to the listener. And the self. There is a stunning amount of self-reflection throughout these stories, even when the characters are incapable of being fully self-aware. This last theme, the self, is of course the title of this introduction, The Second Self, and it was taken from a married man's story, the only unfinished story to be featured in this compilation. In this story, which even unfinished has a certain sort of punctuation, a man writes in a diary, reflecting on his marriage and his wife. After providing the reader with a bit of context about the dynamic of his relationship and history with his wife, he writes, "But this brings me to a thought I've often half entertained, which is that human beings, as we know them, don't choose each other at all. It is the owner, the second self inhabiting them, who makes the choice for his own particular purposes, and, this may sound absurdly far-fetched, it's the second self in the other which responds. Dimly, or so it has seemed to me, we realize this, at any rate to the extent that we realize the hopelessness of trying to escape. So that what it all amounts to is, if the impermanent selves of my wife and me are happy, tant mieux pour nous. If miserable, tant pis. But I don't know. And it may be that it's something entirely individual in me. This sensation, yes, it is even a sensation, of how extraordinarily shell-like we are as we are. Little creatures peering out of the sentry box at the gate, ogling through our glass case at the entry, wan little servants who never can say for certain even if the master is out or in. This is one of those passages that Mansfield wrote so well, passages that explain something to you about yourself. At least, I learned something about myself and can only hope others will as well. The feeling that you are playing host to yourself is a common one in modern therapy. Talk to yourself as you would a friend. Be kind to yourself. Take care of your inner child. We have heard these suggestions 100 times over, and they create a disparate sense of self. Are you your own parent and friend? Are you your own Jiminy Cricket? Or perhaps, is that the other you, the second self?